In the fast-paced world of law enforcement, where split-second decisions can make all the difference, the cameras never stop rolling. In today's video, we bring you an exclusive compilation of 2 real-life scenarios captured by body cameras that'll take you behind the scenes of untold, real-life stories of female cops and the mistakes they made. But what really happens when female cops find themselves in high-pressure situations where the line between right and wrong becomes blurred? Can they maintain their composure and make the right choices? Let's find out. Number 1. Drunk cop takes her arrest personally. Our first clip is about a female cop who gets angry after being arrested for DUI. On the evening of February 5th, 2020, a seemingly ordinary call about a car accident took a dramatic turn when Officer Katie and Patrolman Rankin arrived on the scene. Little did they know that they were about to encounter fellow cop Amanda Myers, who was accused of the accident. Amanda wasted no time in asserting her innocence and pointing fingers at a man named Stanley McKee. Claiming to work at a bar to supplement her salary, she introduced herself as both a cop and a part-time bartender. According to her, Stanley struck her car while backing out of a parking space. Stanley, however, had a completely different story to tell. He maintained that he had already backed out and come to a stop due to oncoming traffic. According to him, it was Amanda who backed into his vehicle, causing the collision. As you can see here, the officers who engaged with Amanda couldn't help but notice her slurred speech and difficulty maintaining balance. Stanley voiced his concerns to the police officers about his suspicion that she was under the influence, which was another serious matter in itself. Officer Rankin warned her of the consequences of denying the facts, but Amanda's response was far from cooperative. She confidently declared her intention to fight all charges in court. However, Amanda's situation took an intriguing turn when she began dropping names, specifically that of Joseph O'Malley, claiming he was a prosecutor. Unbeknownst to Amanda, O'Malley was a disbarred attorney with serious legal trouble. Her attempt to leverage connections fell flat, leaving the officers unimpressed. Left with no choice, Officer Rankin presented Amanda with a decision: a field sobriety test or a trip to jail.
To do SFSTs? Because any fucking moron would do that? That's a fucking trap. Don't even tell me it's not. You're a cop and you know the fuck it is.
Stubbornly clinging to her denial, Amanda opted for the hard way, convinced she could outsmart the system. Little did she know that this decision would have serious consequences. Handcuffed and arrested, Amanda's demeanor underwent a drastic transformation. She now found herself on the other side of the law, and her pleas to be treated differently as a fellow officer fell on deaf ears. Amanda was found guilty of reasonable control in court, resulting in a fine. Amanda, previously arrested for shoplifting from Walmart, cleared her record and secured a police officer job, despite her troubled past. The fact that she retained her job even after the DUI arrest left citizens puzzled and questioning the authorities' seriousness. Think Myers' arrest was dramatic? Brace yourself for the next female officer's incredible ordeal. Number 2. Female cop tries to fight the suspect. On October 5th, 2016, chaos erupted on the streets of Chicago as the police responded to a call about a car crashing into a business. Little did they know that they were about to be thrown into a harrowing battle against a high suspect named Partha Huff, who was under the influence of PCP. As the officers approached Huff, it became evident that he was in a completely altered state of mind, traveling through different dimensions. Cooperation? Not in his vocabulary. As the officers attempted to detain him, Huff resists, unleashing a wrestling match like no other. It was during this intense scuffle that Officer Jessica, a brave female cop, found herself face to face with Huff. Huff, refusing to back down, began wrestling with Officer Jessica. Angered by his resistance, Jessica unleashed her taser, attempting to subdue the suspect. The male cop also joined the fight, but their efforts seemed futile. Pedestrians watched as both officers and the suspect engaged in an unending struggle, swinging from one side of the road to another. Just when it seems that Huff's defiance might wane as he hits the ground, brace yourself for a twist. Against all odds, he refuses to surrender. As you can see in this body camera footage, it reveals the shocking sight of Huff clutching Jessica's hair, refusing to let go. Taser shocks, punches, and another round of tasing failed to break his grip. Eventually, exhausted and battered, Huff finally released his grip on Officer Jessica's hair. With the additional backup, he was eventually overpowered, handcuffed, and arrested. But the aftermath is far from pretty. Jessica bears the scars of the brutal encounter, suffering multiple head injuries. The gravity of the situation became starkly apparent when Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson reveals a startling truth. In the face of imminent danger, Jessica could have resorted to her firearm. However, fearing the potential backlash from the community, she made a harrowing decision to spare her own life. This gripping incident raises law enforcement officers' daily dilemma, the delicate balance between self-preservation and protecting suspects. Now, do you think the officers handled the situation appropriately? Share your thoughts in the comments below.